Hey y'all, how you doing? I believe I am live. We'll find out in just a second though. And I want to say thank you everybody for dropping in for this impromptu session. Looks like we're okay. I kind of let it sit there for a second without saying anything, just simply because I wanted to give the chance if there's an ad up front. I wanted to give it a chance to kind of play off so that folks don't miss anything. So let me know in the chat. I see I got 8 folks watching now. Let me know in the chat if you're getting any buffering or if there's any kind of a problem. I know Steve from Harneal Media is out there. Um, so what was happening before? Okay, I see folks showing up now. Steve Neal and Harneal Media, Dave Mitchell, Clyde Labonte, Jason Kelsey, Frankie CNC, Warren Van Newell, Tracy Ann. There you go. Herb Hooper. Let's see. Basically, what's going on with this is one of our one of the folks that likes to drop into the chat, and I know he watches my videos. He goes by Roger the Tinker. And Roger, if you see this, thank you very much. I do appreciate your help on this. Turns out he used to be in the industry. He was a technician for cable internet, and so he sent me Dave Mitchell screen glare on my glasses. Yeah, sorry. There's nothing I can do about that. I've checked into it. You know, it's $58 to have the glare taken off. Oh no. I ain't got that much money. It's $58 to get glasses with non-glare lenses so you don't see the reflection. So I'm sorry about that. Anyway, uh, so he told me, he said, get a hold of customer service and have them run a test on your lines all the way up to the modem. So I called him this morning and asked him. I said, explained what's going on and everything. And the agent, I wish I could remember her name. She was absolute dynamite. She said, "Well, I don't need to test your lines just yet because we can see from our end, running through her diagnostics, there are a couple of problems with your modem." Said, "No, number one, it's old and outdated. So we can either send you one or you can come in and swap it out." So I said, well, I'd like to get this done as quick as I can. So I went down to the cable office, no big deal, 7 miles down the road, grabbed the new modem, came back, and plugged it all in and activated it. And now this is the first real test. I haven't done anything as far as the computer is concerned. It's all running the same settings I was trying to run Sunday. Got a lot of glare off my glasses. I know that. Let me switch over to the dark theme here, uh, which I normally try to run. Dark theme on. See if that's any better. And we can go from there. And I got chastised by a couple of folks, and it's all sound advice, and I like it a lot. Number one, they said it looked real dark in here. And it is. This is my office, a back bedroom. So I got a new ring light around my camera to light me up because I don't have any room for anything else. So here's hoping that's a little bit of help. And I got the better microphone and everything. And I'm trying the pop out chat because he also mentioned you don't look at the camera, you're reading the chat and we can tell. So I'm using the pop out chat and I've got it up here right underneath the camera, so hopefully it looks like I'm looking at the camera and not down here like that. So okay, Tracy Ann wants to know, have I ever considered coming up to Portland to the Guild of Oregon Woodworkers, CNC SIG, on the second Thursday of the month? I am a member of that Facebook group, but I've not really I've not really interacted with anybody there. The only person I know who is a member is Chet Wetherill, and I've not considered going up. It's about 270-mile drive for me, so I don't know. I guess maybe that's something to think about. Maybe I'll talk to Chet about it and see if maybe we can meet up because I've never met him, and we've been online buddies for a couple of years now. But maybe we'll see about doing that. I'd not considered it. So okay, so we other than the glare from my glasses, are we looking good? So, Josh, you are so testy this evening. Nah, not testy, just testing. Um, see, Dirty Knobs, can you put polarizing film on the camera lens? I don't know if there is a polarizing filter for it. I know when I was into still photography and early motion picture I say motion picture photography, 16 millimeter and Super 8. Um, I know that you could get polarized filters. They were transparent. They didn't have any special effects, but they eliminated glare. And I wear polarized sunglasses. I've been wearing polarized sunglasses forever, but I've not. These are cheap readers. I don't have prescription glasses. So I think I paid $7 for these. But I went into a optical shop and talked to them about getting something that was anti-glare because I know a few people on YouTube do have anti-glare glasses. And she said, "Oh yeah, just for clear glass, that coating alone, just for a pair of readers, that is $58. Then the lenses, then the frames." So I'm like, you know what? I can buy a lot of glasses for $58. So, see, Steve Nealon, try an anti-glare screen protector for the monitor. I'll give that a shot. Let's see. What camera am I using to stream, Clyde? I know I'm. Okay, you say you're thinking of buying one. I'm looking at the Logitech C90. I have a Logitech C615, and it's okay, but it's not really good. I mean, it's a 1080p camera, but I have to set it to 720p because if I set it to 1080p, the camera control software doesn't let me zoom in or out or move anything over. So it's much better. The C90 is the one I'm looking into. They're right around $100, maybe a little less. I just haven't done it yet. And right now I'm saving up all of my monies for building a shop this year. So, excuse me. So let's see. Testing your new internet as well. Oh, Javi, you get internet service up there to the container. Good deal. What just for Javi and Dave, I see, and a few other new people that popped in. I called up customer service. Thank you again to Roger the Tinker. I called up customer service at the cable company, told them what was going on, and they got into their diagnostic screen and said that they spotted a couple of problems right now with the modem I was using. So they gave me a choice of they can either send me one or I could come down and swap it out. So I went down, swapped it out, came back, activated this one, and here we are. So let's hope this takes care of it. But I have noticed a difference already, a slight difference, in that it's much cleaner, much cleaner. I've done a couple of, and I'm talking about the resolution of just watching a video. I've done a couple of speed tests, and download speeds are right at 115, and upload speeds are right at 11 meg. So we're doing good, much better than the other one was. So, man, this is much better. Okay, I think I saw a question up above. I'm going to try to see. Scott Slitter, or is that Slider? I'm sure. I'm sorry. Just set up a CNC S6040 with Mach 3. Cutter only moves a fraction of an inch. Any ideas? Start from scratch. Make sure you got it all plugged in correctly. Make sure you got all the settings correct. I mean, I'm sorry, it can't be much. Make sure also that you have your units of measure correct, whether you're using inches or metric. And make sure that hop into MPG mode in Mach 3, hit the tab key, and a pendant, virtual pendant will pop out of the side of the Mach 3 screen. Look to make sure you're in continuous and not step. And because if you're in step, it'll just move a fraction every time you hit the button. Make sure you're in continuous mode. You'll see a little LED there. You'll see it. Other than that, I don't know. Get over to the Mach 3 support forum and sign up and ask the questions over there. There's folks over there that are absolute wizards with Mach 3. But it could be any number of things. So, Warren Van Newell, and I hope I'm not butchering your name, built a CBG this weekend. First electric one. It's fun, isn't it? Nobody builds just one. You'll build more. It's an absolute blast, isn't it? Poppy's Woodshed. No, Mervyn, it is not Sunday. Okay. Just buffered, hopefully not on your end. Okay, I noticed a little skip. I'm watching the YouTube page. I have it muted. And I'm watching I noticed a little bit of a kind of a hesitation. I don't know, is anybody else getting any buffering or what have you? But like I said, this is just me rattling on and on. I'm just testing this out to see if this modem kind of did anything, or is it just something else? But so far, so good. Holy cow, there's 41 people watching me rattle on and on about my modem. Thank you for joining me, y'all. I appreciate it. I know this is kind of spur of the moment, but I set everything up identically to the way I had it Sunday. And here's hoping this fixes it. So I know last Sunday's live stream ended abruptly, but it just went dead on my end, and there was nothing I could do to go back and save it. So I just went ahead and let it end and then put a little advisory, sorry for the abrupt ending on there. But here's hoping next Sunday is much better. And I'm going to be honest, I don't have a clue what I'm going to do for a video next week. But I'll figure something out between now and then. My lovely bride, Linda Lindsay, happened to jump in. Thank you so much. Day after tomorrow, Linda and I will be celebrating 32 years of wedded bliss. And they said it wouldn't last. I think we're both just too lazy to try to break in somebody new. But, you know, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Man. And oh, we lord that over her sister. Her sister was just convinced we were both making the biggest mistake in the world. That's cool, though. We kind of hang out with one another. And that works. So, well, thank you, Javi. I appreciate it. Plug the podcast while you're in here. Yeah, I think I will, Frankie. You know, I keep forgetting that. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate the vote of confidence. Good to know you got my back. I could plug the podcast. That's not something I normally throw out around. I put links in the description, but I don't know why I don't plug it, so I'll do it right now. I am one half of a podcast. It's me and my partner Eloy Escojedo in Miami. We call it the Trampled Underfoot podcast. You've seen links to it in the description of some of my videos. And it's just two guys discussing life, the universe, and everything. We talk about everything from music to history to ancestry to word origins to scary stories to whatever. Just whatever happens to spark our interest that particular day. He's a child of the 70s and 80s. I'm a child of the 60s and 70s. And we're both on opposite ends of the continent. We're both from different backgrounds. He's of Cuban ancestry. I'm of Scottish ancestry. So we just kind of compare and contrast our life experiences, our likes, our dislikes, but it's more about pop culture than anything else. We are both heavy, heavy, heavy music fans. And of course, he's going to try to convince me that hair metal was best, and I'm going to try to convince him that 60s and 70s rock and roll was best. And we do agree on a lot, but there's just enough of a difference to keep things interesting. So I hope you'll join us. We record our podcast live on YouTube on the Trampled Underfoot podcast YouTube channel. Let me see if I can pull up a link here and I'll throw it in the chat. We record Tuesday nights, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern, and they run roughly an hour, and we have a lot of fun. There's a live chat. You can throw questions, answers, whatever, and we just give it a go, have a great time. There we go. Let me get a link to it here, and I'll throw it in the chat. So if you want to come subscribe to our channel, we're very small, but we have a good time. Let me throw this in here. Boom. There we go. Yeah, it's Frankie, you're absolutely right. It's going to the bar and sitting with a buddy and without the drunks and without being charged per drink. But we have a good time. We just talk about whatever's on our minds that day. We stay away from religion and politics, but anything else is open. You know, we had the Jimi Hendrix versus Stevie Ray Vaughan debate. We talked about UFOs. We've talked about, oh my gosh, the rise of the English language. We've talked about the explorers. The Spanish conquistadors. We've talked about a little bit of everything. The Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Woodstock, you name it, we get into it. So come join us. In fact, tomorrow evening, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern, and we record live. Okay, Rod Britton, if you're looking for a subject, I vote Photo V-Carve. Tried one last night. Well, you're one ahead of me, Rod. I have been going to get into Photo V-Carve for about 5 years now, and I haven't managed to get there yet. So I may be asking you for pointers. All right? You're ahead of me already. Okay, I haven't seen any stalling or sputtering or anything like that. This, was just to be a test. It was never meant to be a content driven show. I'll go ahead and I'll leave it up for a little while and see if I get any feedback on it. But so far, from what everybody is saying, it looks good. So here's hoping, fingers crossed, this Sunday when there's no tech support around, everything goes good. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and end this here. I just wanted to get on here and check it out and make sure everything's working, and it looks like it is. So, thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for putting up with all this. And here's hoping this Sunday is different, okay? Thanks very much. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Have a good night.